Minister's family planning pitch in Independence Day speech has triggered a political fight. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has lashed out at the Prime Minister and has said the government doesn't realize the advantage of having a large population and is trying to shrink responsibility by asking Indian parents to focus on family planning. Owaisi said, and I quote, majority of India is young and productive, but this advantage will only last till 2040. The Prime Minister is clueless about how to utilize this advantage, so he's coming up with discarded and intrusive ideas of governance that shirk his own responsibility. Listening to what Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said about family planning, which has irked Mr. Owaisi so much.
बेतहासा जो जनसंख्या विस्फोट हो रहा है, ये जनसंख्या विस्फोट हमारे लिए, हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए अनेक नए संकट पैदा करता है। हमारे देश में आज भी स्वयं प्रेरणा से एक छोटा वर्ग परिवार को सीमित करके अपने परिवार का भी भला करता है और देश का भला करने में बहुत बड़ा योगदान देता है। ये सब सम्मान के अधिकारी हैं, ये आदर के अधिकारी हैं, जिनका उनका जितना सम्मान करें, छोटा परिवार रख के भी वो देशभक्ति को ही प्रकट करते हैं।
All right, let me, in fact, at this point of time, go across to my colleague Ashish Pandey, joining me with more details. Ashish, Mr. Owaisi seems to have now picked up this habit of just going and speaking against anything that the Prime Minister says. I still don't understand the logic behind what he's trying to say. There are two different things that he's talking about. Population control and the aging population are two completely different subjects and two different ways for the government to tackle them.
Yes, Ankit, you are absolutely right. In past also we have seen on several occasions, the Hyderabad MP as MIM president, he has not let go any opportunity to target Prime Minister and BJP. This time again, he had to target Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he picked up his speech, his 15th August speech, and now he has tweeted targeting Prime Minister. He says that Prime Minister doesn't want to fulfill his commitments and his own responsibility, and that's why he is making excuse of
Request you to stay on with me. We are also being joined by Mr. Lanka Dinakar. He is the BJP leader who is joining us on the broadcast. How do you see, Mr. Dinakar, the attack by Asaduddin Owaisi? He seems to be, in fact, telling the Prime Minister that he's not even aware of the ground realities when it comes to aging population. But the Prime Minister spoke about family planning.
It is an irresponsible statement which given by the Owaisi ji. The visionary leader like Narendra Modi ji always thinks for future, for next generation. Visionary always thinks for next generation, whereas some politicians like Asaduddin Owaisi, they always think that the youth always useful as a tool, as a political opportunities of these parties to use their political party services only. Whereas Narendra Modi ji always thinks the youth is to build this nation. Youth are the icons of this nation. In the perspective, very categorically, yesterday on Independence Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has given very clear statement as far as youth as a resource of this nation to build through the future of this nation. So it is most irresponsible statement which given by the Owaisi. They never ever think for the growth and prosperity of the nation. Just they think youth as the prosperity and growth of the individuals like Owaisi brothers.
So, you know, what Mr. Owaisi seems to be suggesting that the Prime Minister is short of ideas, and that is why he is making and he is falling back on things which have been spoken about for the last many years as far as the various governments and leaders are concerned.
You know, this Owaisi are short-sighted thinking, narrow thinking people. These people always roam around their attitude within the ambit of their constituency. They never ever look into the how evolve the nation for the future generations. They never concern for all those things. Just by provocating the people by means of some sections, divisions only, they rely on the politics in that way. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi performance as a Prime Minister has decided people of this nation in 2019 election, and after amendment of Article 370 and abrogation of Article 35A, People Talaq, these are all the revolutionary and historical bills get passed in the parliament.
Right.
These things cannot be undermined by any of these comments by Owaisi and other leaders.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dinakar, for joining us with all those details. Let's also listen into a few reactions which are coming in on this story.
हम ये समझते हैं कि जैसे जैसे मुल्क में एजुकेशन बढ़ेगी वैसे वैसे इंशाल्लाह पॉपुलेशन पर रोक लगाया जा सकेगा। अगर आप केरला में देख लें जहाँ के 100% लिटरेसी रेट है, तो वहाँ तमाम कौमों का जो पॉपुलेशन साइज है, जो फैमिली साइज है, वो कम है। तो जैसे जैसे एजुकेशन के सेक्टर में तरक्की होगी वैसे वैसे जो